look at the election tomorrow to recall Governor Newsom. We already have the cray-cray right over there, the guy that's running against Newsom, claiming fraud. You know, we lost because of fraud. It hasn't even happened yet, okay? But he's already, you know, that same tired thing. The only thing that they've got, you know, we lost because of fraud. Again, it hasn't happened yet. But it's already got that out there running. It's just like, this is the only play they've got to try to rile up the uber right, claiming, you know, losses because of fraud when there's been no loss yet. Yet, I say yet, but we'll see what's going to happen tomorrow. Okay. The first card out is Three of Wands, power. Okay. Power, journey, perspective, progress. Okay. Adventure, confidence. Okay. So we have, you know, basically looking, going forward, moving forward, the journey, what's going to happen, the power. This is about power, wanting to take the power away from Newsom because he's a Democrat, you know. And but the uber right's already confident they're going to lose, so they're already putting this out. They're putting this spin out before the election has even happened. The challenge is, okay, Ace of Wands, ignition, initiation, passion, energy, direction. So the challenge is they're already trying to spin it, and nothing has happened yet. Nothing's happened yet. But they already are jumped on this and say we lost because, so they must be having, you know, horrible readout. California is basically pretty much a Democratic thing, and they've had this big screaming thing against Newsom to the point of having another election. But they're already claiming they lost. So what we have here, the conscious thoughts are about the sun, putting light on it, okay? Vitality, expansion, joy. It's hard to read on here. So anyway, putting the light on the subject. In this case, they're trying to put out a false narrative before the truth comes out. The, subconscious thoughts are about the Repugly Ugly Party, okay? The Ten of Pentacles, that's the card for the Repugly Ugly Party. Affluence, their success, their abundance, their security, their fortune, what they've got established is what this card says, okay? So the subconscious thoughts, it's all about continuing with this drama that they have, that everything is rigged. When they don't win, it's rigged, okay? So they're just continuing to want to support that fakaka narrative with this trying to unseat Newsom with this election, okay? Okay, in the past we have death, change, exposure, action, termination, okay? In other words, he who shall not be named lost. Okay, and he started this narrative way before the election. Again, the only way I'll lose is if it's rigged. He already put that out before anything took place. Same thing, they're doing the same thing again. You know, hasn't even happened. They're already screaming it's rigged. That's why we're losing, you know. So that's the what happened in the past. The short term is going to be, okay, a victory. Now, who is the victory for? This is about travel, hope, advance, recovery, listless, recovery. They're going to try to recover. Okay? It's about continuing to prop up these false narratives. Now, they already see the writing on the wall that Newsom is not going to be recalled. He's going to be victorious. So they're going to try to spin it, as usual, to say that the recovery is, well, we lost because it's rigged. It's rigged. So they're, you know, in this really strange way, trying to support he who shall not be named claim that it's all rigged. So here's another one. Here's another one. See, it's rigged. I'm telling you, it's rigged. So it's just trying to put in another failed support for, you know, he who shall not be named in his ridiculous claim that it was stolen. Okay? It's amazing. It's amazing the lengths they will go to. Okay, the way they see themselves with this: despair, sad, powerless, depressed, 10 of Swords. This stuff, the truth is hanging over their head. The truth that it's not rigged. The truth, you know, that the system is the way the system is. Okay? They don't want to accept this truth. So they see themselves as losing power. The only way they can win is to cheat. And if they can't cheat well enough to win, then they're going to call fraud. The way others see it, they see, okay, this is my card for Biden. They see somebody in there and above it is the Repugly Uglies. They see that Biden, and I think this also has to do with the Democrats, that they're healing, they're composed, okay, stable, secure, influencing, understanding. They know the drama, they know the games that the Repugly Uglies are playing at this point in time. Hopes and fears. King of Pentacles. Okay, they're hoping, of course, the Repugly Uglies, with the ending, above it is the Death card. So they're hoping to continue to have their sponsors, philanthropists, the wealthy. They want to have stability, successful, you know. They're still trying to get that money in from the wealthy, trying to spin it, because that's who they work for. They work for the wealthy, the 1%. The fear is that it's going to end with that they're not going to continue to get the support of the wealthy. Something is going to change. Final card here is Page of Swords. Okay, so rather than coming forward and telling the truth, this is the facts, honesty, analysis, ethical, okay? There are those that are going to tell the truth, and then there are those that are going to try to spin the truth, okay? Coming out in some way saying, oh, we're a whistleblower and we're telling you it's rigged, okay? Above it all, we have the Four of Swords, the Repugly Uglies, is under it, and then we have the Democrat under that. So above it, we have dormant, stillness, recuperation, hibernate, rest, you know. In other words, this nonsense, they're going to have to take a back seat. It's go into hiding, okay? Give it a rest already. Your failed attempts at saying that it's manipulated, it's fake, it's fraud, it's, which they're trying to stir up. They're trying to gin up this thing that Trump lost because it's rigged. So they're doing this already, claiming this is rigged because he knows he's going to lose. Newsom is not going to be put out. So they're just trying to gin up the base and gin up this fallacy that all the elections are rigged. They're losing, so they're all rigged. Okay? So under what we have with the Democrats, we have the card of temperance, healing, merging, chemistry, fluidity. We still have Biden in the administration trying to work with these fools, trying to get some bipartisanship. Yet, we don't have them wanting bipartisanship. We have them still on this plan of wanting to dominate, wanting to change this into basically a Christian Taliban country. Okay, that's their goal. They want this to be a Christian, quote unquote, but what Christian is that? The evangelical that puts people like he who shall not be named on a pedestal? The ones that believe the deep state conspiracy and want to say that Democrats are Satan-worshiping, baby-eating pedophiles? Okay? It just, they have the dark forces are continuing to push this because they're based on their greed, out for one. Remember the law of one. Now, I'm not saying every single Republican is like this, but the ones that are in power now, trying to maintain their power, ones like he who shall not be named, that are willing to lie, cheat, steal, whatever it is to remain in power, are out for what? Themselves. That's it. They're out for themselves. They will lie, cheat, steal, whatever they need to do to maintain power, to maintain their hold on what they've got, their funds, their money, their power. They're putting themselves on these pedestals, okay, and trying to rid the world of light, genuine caring. They don't want to see the government aiding anybody. They want it all for themselves, okay? Under this craziness of saying personal freedom, their idea of personal freedom is I get to hold on whatever I can have, and good luck, you're on your own, okay? If you can't secure a position of power for yourself, then you don't deserve to have anything. That's basically what it comes down to. And these people are going, yeah, my body, with the COVID thing, my body, I get that. Yeah. They don't care about people. They don't care about their children. They don't care about any of it. Okay? I'm vaccinated. My children are vaccinated. My children go to a private school where they have to have the mandates, okay? But you need your personal freedoms. Okay, don't let the government railroad you into this. Well, these fools are killing off their own base. Okay, so they can stay in personal power for this second. They're willing to kill off their base. So what kind of long-standing view is that? Okay, they can't see the forest for the trees. So that's what I'm getting on the Newsom thing, okay? Newsom is going to win. He's going to stay in his office, and the ugly right, the far right, is going to scream yet again the same tired old thing. It's rigged. We lost because it's rigged. They lied. They cheated. It's... Okay, and why are they doing this? To gin up to gin up this fallacy that Trump started, that the elections are all fraudulent. Okay? It's a deep state conspiracy. The Democrats are cheating. They lied their way into power, okay? Because they cannot, the 1% is 1%, okay? They know if they held legal elections that they would lose. The power of the people is stronger in force than the 1%. And the 1% of the people that they can convince that they're actually looking out for them, which they could care less about these people, okay? So this is what it's become, like they say, this is not a Democrat. We're not Democrat. This is a Republican. This is a state, this is a republic. You only think it's a democratic functioning entity, but it's a republic. We started as a republic. We're saying that Democrat is mob rule, and we can't have mob rule. So we keep spinning it, and it has been from the beginning. Why they set up the Electoral College? Because you're too stupid, you Democrats and the mob people. You need to have people in here to push things that the 1%, because we're the elite. We've got it together. So they set up an Electoral College, okay, to push their agenda. Because we can't have Democrats in, that's mob rule. We can't have the mobs ruling, okay? We need to continue to control it. So this is a republic, and it will remain a republic, and we will continue to have electoral, because, we can't have the mob telling us anything, okay? So we need to get rid of the electoral colleges, because that's the way they spin, and even though the popular vote, how many times now have there been the popular vote? Hillary Clinton should have won. She had the popular vote, but what happened? Because of electoral college, because the Republicans and the Republic agenda, they have had this cheating in place from the beginning. It's time that this needs to change. So I'm going to do another, let's pull the cards and see, will this ever change? Will they ever get rid of the Electoral College? Will they actually implement democracy where we have one person, one vote, where the majority rules? Will we ever get to that point? Will we ever get to a point where we get rid of the Electoral College, this Republican agenda? The Republic, they try to, they skew it with the electoral votes. They skew it with, setting up the divisionary boundaries for voting. Now they're trying to continue to skew it with the voter laws and things that they're doing. They've done every way they can to cheat. And then when they lose, even after cheating and as much spin and as much, off-balance election as it is, then they're claiming now that it's rigged. Okay? The 1% doesn't want to lose. They want to be empowered. They want to turn this into a Taliban country, basically the same as the Taliban, running roughshod. You could see that the way they want to do with the abortion issue, all of these other things, they want the women barefoot, pregnant, at home with no rights. This needs to change. So let's see, are we ever going to get rid of it? Judgment. Judgment. The light is, now I like this judgment card. The light is coming down over the world. The light is coming down. So what about the Judgment? What is the obstacle? The Hermit. The obstacle is the Hermit, okay? Wisdom, solitude, humility, seeking, detachment. You know, people have to be involved. They can't just stay in their own. And we need to research this deeply, okay? We need to do the research. Usually for me, the Hermit is about, having done the research, standing up, being willing to stand up for your principles, etc. So wisdom, solitude, humility, okay, have to be willing to stand up. So the conscious thoughts are tower. Okay. So the tower can be, like I said, the tower is about awakening, revelation, realization, sudden change. Okay. Change is coming, change is in the air. The tower is about, why is it the card of liberation, moksha? It's when the ego dismantles, when everything goes up in flames and all that remains is the divine is. When all of your preconceptions and notions are shattered, okay? So we're coming to a place, according to this, of shattering, a shattering of these old belief systems. Now, I like the Judgment. The light is coming down. Like I said, we've been having this polarization, the light versus the dark. And now we have the tower, the shattering of these ideations and things that this dark has held in place for so long. Subconscious thoughts are about Two of Pentacles, balancing the system. It's been juggled for so long. Humor, high spirits, balance, okay? So we have going into there the light, the Judgment coming down from above to the world. We have the Hermit, those that are looking more closely, deeply into that. Conscious thoughts are about shattering this system, okay? Bringing some balance. In the past, now we have the Sun. We see that we have more truth, being able now to see the truth, especially after what happened with He Who Shall Not Be Named and all their false narratives, spinning, trying to turn the truth on its ear, exchange the truth for a lie. And now we can see exactly what's underneath of it, where it's been so covert before. So what do we have going forward? We have this Five of Swords. Okay, the short term is victory, faith, action, standing firm, confidence, being willing to fight for a new system, okay? Willing to put it out there. It's time to end this electoral college nonsense and the skewing that the republics have been doing for years and years, okay, with voting rights and, to the point of you can't give water to somebody standing in line or you can be arrested. Okay, this is the point it's come to. So how this is seen, this is about the Two of Wands, advantage, insight, reflection, choices, strategies, okay? It's up to us. We have to make this choice. We have to stand. We have to be willing to put this energy forward. This is about standing and putting this energy forward. Strategy, prepare, reflection, insight, making the choice to take action, okay? To bring down the system that is in place now and make it a truly democratic country rather than a republic that has spun the false narrative for so long that we're a democracy. okay? The way others see it is joy, party, vitality, invitation. Okay, this is a place of wanting that balance and having some stability coming forward. The 4 is about stability, okay? We want to take action to have stability. Above it, we want to have balance, because it's not balanced now. It has been skewed for so long, and it's time to rectify it. Hopes and fears is Queen of Cups. The hope is above it for light. We have the sun looking at things realistically. And it's caring, sensitive, intuitive, patient, trust, medium. Okay, that's the hope. The fear for the uber right is the light will be shown, and that, you know, like we have now Biden administration, that these things will be ongoing and will actually, you know, flourish and continue to grow. The final card is 9 of Cups, wish fulfilling, desire, luxury, content, you know, wanting to fight to bring about the changes that we want to see, okay? Want to see the changes. What's above all this is Queen of Wands. When we have above balance, we have about, again, having that stability, the balance. We need to have somebody in place that's willing, can see the actions that need to be taken and willing to put those forward. We need somebody that's got good insight, that's a good leader. Okay. And below it, beneath it, the foundation is magician, resources, awareness, action, power. To be willing to put these things into place, use your resources, your awareness, take action, use the power to change the system. Now, the Queen of Wands could be Kamala coming into power as president, okay? That she is decisive, that she can take action. She's going to have a very difficult time, though. They're going to try to railroad her, just like they did with Hillary Clinton. They're going to do everything they can to try to get rid of her, to denounce her, to find any dirt they can. If they can't find it, they'll make it up, you know, because if she gets in power, it was bad enough they had a black man in power, okay? You saw what they did to Obama. He's not from this country. He's, you know, birtherism. They put out this lie and this spin, and they will do something equally as heinous with Kamala, because not only is she a woman, but she's a woman of color, okay? Okay? So this is a double threat to the uber right. Oh my God, you know, it's bad enough we had a black man in power, but a black woman, a dark woman, a woman of Indian descent, and oh my God, we can't have that. We can't have that. So the uber right, the old men's club, you know, you just feel them. They're all sitting out there on the plantation having their tea and watching the slaves out there working. And they would go back to that time if they could. Okay, this uber right agenda, the failed neo-Nazis of the poor me, they're taking away our rights, all this nonsense they've got going. They are so threatened now that they are being discovered. They are being uncovered for all the dark methodologies they have used and continue to put out there and continue to spin. Like this one guy, Republican, said, fight to the gates of hell. Well, you are already loosened from the gates of hell, okay? They're trying to drag everybody down to hell with them, but we will not go, okay? You can have your darkness, you can have your dark energy, you can be out for the, for the dark side of singular for yourself with the exclusion of everyone else to secure your power, but it is failing in the end. So I'm going to leave this here, love and light. See you online.